Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. So, some of the older ones remember the group En Vogue. Dawn Robinson on the screen here has revealed for the past 3 years she's been living in her car. She is now age 58. Sad. Am I surprised? Not really. One of my favorite songs was "Ooh, ooh, Don't Go, Ooh, Don't Go." Ooh. I love that song. Oh my God. Listen, I love everything by En Vogue. But let's go ahead and get to the video. And I'm going to give you some background information as to why this happens. Um, not surprised at all. Let's go ahead and get to it. Dawn Robinson, former singer of En Vogue. Here we go.
For the past almost 3 years, I have been living in my car. I said it. Oh my God, it's out. I've been living in my car. Oh my gosh. If you remember, if you guys were with me, in 2020, I did like 105,000 interviews. And in the interim, I was living with my parents in Vegas. And that was wonderful until it wasn't. I love my mom, but she became very angry. And a lot of her anger she was taking out on me, and I was her target all the time. And I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, I respect her too much. I didn't understand it. I still don't. So I was like, let me get out of here. And I was sleeping in my car for maybe about a month in Vegas. And then the guy that was co-managing me at the time was living in LA. He said, you need to come back to LA because it's getting ready to be fire in Vegas. You need to come back. I love LA, so I said, okay. When I got to his place, he actually didn't have room for me. So it turned into, okay, well, I'm going to put you in a hotel for the night. And that one night turned into 8 months.
Wow.
Oh my God, you guys. I was like, no, this is unacceptable, because every apartment that I looked at, every single time I looked at a place, I would call him and I'm like, okay, can you meet me here? I would tell him ahead of time, of course. And then he wouldn't meet me there until I would take video and send it to him. And he's like, no, oh my God, this neighborhood, I hate it. I'm like, dude, I'm the one who has to live here. I told my assistant one day, I have been researching car life. There's a whole community of people that live in their cars, and a whole community of people that live in their RVs, and a whole community of people that live in vans. Van life, car life, RV life. And I loved what I was seeing. I just thought, wow, these people I can do that. I can do this, I think. And I ended up in my car, and it's been, like I said, 3 years. This is not like, oh my God, poor Dawn. She's living in her car.
Yes, it is. In my opinion, yeah, it is like poor Dawn. She's living in her car. Let's discuss why. First of all, the co-manager, he probably didn't have the money, the funds to get you what she needed. Get her an apartment, things like that. Why can't people just be upfront? Can't always winging it when it's someone else's livelihood, their well-being uh, um, at play. So, in business, and this is why I did some more checking on Angie Stone, and let me tell you something, y'all. I'll do the video hopefully today, trying to get things done here and at home. Angie Stone was making moves. Oh, yes, indeed. Angie Stone was making moves. I didn't find anything regarding any legal matters, but she was making moves, obviously, by her statements to get her money, what was due her. And she talked about her lawyers and all that she had were doing her best. I have learned one thing, and I'm a little bitty person, okay, like little broke me over here. I've learned one thing. When you have a lawyer, it may sound crazy to you, I'll check up. Oh, check up. I always have another lawyer. I've done it. I did that recently, and I'm glad I did. I did that recently, and I'm glad I did because I had signed some papers, okay, and we'd agreed to a certain amount. Come to find out, again, I'm like that because my father was like that. What did he say about the accountant? I know you're gonna steal money, but don't steal too much. My dad has, I can't help it. My father just kind of raised me to think like that. You just don't go in, well, this person said that, and that's the end all be all. My father taught me to be very analytical. So even when you have an attorney, it's okay to sometimes get a consultation someplace else. I don't care if you gotta open up your wallet. I just found that out. I said, look at this right here. I think this person was gonna try to pull a fast one. It's like, well, when this happens, there's a difference of $30,000. Well, that should come to me, not to. So I signed this contract and you're gonna try to get extra money. You have enough clients. A little person like me, I sure as hell could use $30,000. I said, wow, so that's what was gonna happen? Not anymore. Always check up. Hey, maybe it was an oversight. Oh, yeah, a little mistake. We're going to go ahead. Yeah, that's what I thought. Always, always, always check. Your eggs in one basket. It's okay to sometimes go around the neighborhood and look at another basket. So that with Angie Stone, not surprised at all about the royalties. Let's go ahead and get to it. When it comes to contracts, I've heard about issues with En Vogue. So check this out. Our people do. Look what's happening with Angie Stone right now. What she said about the royalties. You think she's lying? And my other thing is, do you think she's the only one? The new edition. You saw how they were, I think, from the PJs and talented. How the hell they come back still in the PJs? Everybody got paid, but the new edition. Did you see the movie? You saw how that went down, and that's even your own. Tony Braxton, how are you selling her all those records and stuff? And then they were saying you were allegedly hiding out your BMW, filing bankruptcy. TLC, where all the money go? Left out, let us know what happened. Basically, manager getting paid, haircut, person getting paid, everybody getting paid, but the one on stage who they came to see. Nothing new for Black artists. Where's the generation? Well, where's the money at? See, and I say this out of love. A lot of our people, I say this out of love, we don't like information because it may not be fun. I want to hear about that. I want to go, so stressed out. I just want to hear about some fun stuff and some gossip and some entertainment. Good luck with that. Look on the screen over here. Where is the money? Here it says, and I Googled, did the group En Vogue get royalties? Here it says, En Vogue members have spoken publicly about being under a predatory contract that prevented them from sharing in the profits generated by their music, suggesting they did not receive adequate royalties for their work. Somebody did. For a while, everybody was like downtown on Monique. And what did she say? I saw a video. When I'm on the screen, 100 years from now, money's still generated. She wants to make sure the money goes to someone that what? Looks like me. Maybe that's why they had a problem. They were saying, oh, her husband is not good for her as a manager. I don't know what people were saying that. Terrell Owens, what happened with your money? I bet the managers weren't surfing. Then you lose a whole lot of money, $80 million down to what? We have to understand business. And I have learned, that's why I learn to keep my mouth shut. Sometimes when you try to tell a person, especially if they have some more money than you, sometimes when you try to tell our people, we don't want to hear it. So I just want to keep my mouth shut. That the one that you're trying to put them up on game, they'll try to call you. You're just trying to steal my money. What the hell are you talking about? I'm just telling you, you need to get a second opinion. The next thing you know, hey, nothing. Hey, you know what you said? That was right. So what? Oh, so now you a victim. We have to understand systems. And there is a system involved by the dominant society, in my opinion. They are real good of those folks in business exploiting us, especially in the music industry. I mean, just really all around. They want to keep money in our pockets and then we turn around. I'm going to do the same thing too. When it comes to contracts, one guy, I'll never forget, he was trying to get me to sign. I said, this is a whole lot. I need to go ahead and look over it. He's like, oh, no. I can tell you what's in the contract. You think I'm just going to trust you? I said, well, no, I'm going to take it home. We'll look over and read it. Oh, well, you can't do that. So you think I'm just going to sign these 3 or 4 pages? This at the bottom, I can barely see. I need a magnifying glass. Sometimes it's good to read over some documentation, sleep on it, give it 24 hours, and then think about it again. Don't make no rash decision. So I'm like, oh, if that's the case, then this matter is concluded because I'm not signing. No. Next thing you know, heard about people getting ripped off. No kidding. But y'all fell for the man in the suit at the fancy meeting place. Maybe that's why you got that nice suit, can afford that meeting place. Making money off you. Y'all didn't meet the contract. Now you find yourself working for him and you don't put out money and you doing the work and getting nothing. Read the fine print. Life is business. But I get it. You're meeting people in music and you're probably coming off as friends and you think they've got your best interest at heart. This is your dream come true and you probably sign. I remember seeing that movie about Ice Cube. I think he was the smarter one. One of those guys, they were like in Compton or something and he wanted to read the contract. He was from Compton, business mind. Look at him today. Sure, Snoop doing well and all of them. Contract. Life is business. Again, En Vogue members have publicly spoken about being under a predatory contract. So when you sign a contract, it's good to try to get along and have we have an attorney for the company. Yeah, but I want to kind of have my own. You don't have to have them on a retainer for $1,000. You can sign up for legal services or you can, seriously. Popcorn knowledge will get you to sign a contract that hasn't been analyzed. And sometimes the people you think are on your team, they're not. They can be in cahoots behind you. En Vogue members have publicly spoken about being under a predatory contract, preventing them from sharing in the profits generated by their success, by their music. Predatory contract. Members of En Vogue have described their contract as exploitative, claiming it didn't allow them to share in the financial gains for their hits. So it sounds like to me, the ones on the stage, that's who the people came to see. That's who's buying the music and the albums, the CDs, the MP3s. But somebody behind the scenes is getting most of the money. It said legal disputes. The group faced legal issues and lawsuits, including one where Rough Town Entertainment sued two original members for breach of contract and other claims after the group signed with another label. When they signed with the other label, that's my question right then and there. You thought the label was your friend? Maybe that label helped get you sued. The label didn't ask to see your prior contract or, I don't know, buy it out. And again, and stuff like that, just for the regular people, a little person like myself, we may know somebody or we're around people, we're around such, we see how they do, we're around Epstein, might be related to freaking Epstein. Like I told one girl, they already had the meeting and they made the decision. All that they're telling you guys is all BS, girl. It's BS. They had the meeting at the country club. How do I know? My mother-in-law belongs to the same country club. And heard her say it. So, now, I don't have that kind of money, no. My mother-in-law belongs to the same country club. So they're going through all this stuff with this RFP and all of that. It's already been decided. That's why they're at the country club today playing golf. It's already been decided. And they sitting up here wasting little people's time. You putting all your hard work and they done gave it to this one over here. He had it for the past 5 years. Keep on getting it. Information. Well, I'm going to keep. Go right ahead. I'm here to let you know. You may not want to put a lot of your energy into it. I'm here to let you know they're at that country club today, girl. I just heard her say it. They're at the country club and, that's what a business is done. But then they get to you guys and want to put on a dog and pony show. But our people don't want to hear you, so I learned some things. Girl, just be quiet. Let them go on. What the old man said, don't say nothing. This right here, the people you think, so stop and think. legal disputes. How the hell did they sign with another label? You mean to tell me the other label did not inquire, which I don't know, the other label didn't inquire about the contract? To say, hey, when does the contract expire? Is it for 10 years? What is it? When does the contract expire? Automatically, what's going on? If that's the case, the label should inquire about a darn buyout. But had you to sign with them and get you going, knowing they're exposing you to possible litigation. That's crazy. Last, it says, and so this right here is not for popcorn knowledge. We're just like, oh, she in a call. What happened to all them records they were selling? We didn't maybe understand business. Public statements. En Vogue members have spoken out about the challenges they face with their contract and the financial difficulties that resulted. The financial. So it didn't sound like they won. So you signed on with a whole other label, maybe thinking that, oh, I can go ahead and get you over here. Probably some fast talking character. To me, that's kind of says, wait. What about the prior contract? Because we may need to buy it out. That's nothing new. Why didn't the person tell them that? So some of the same ones that we're trusting, they're going to go ahead and have our back. They're not. Did you not see at the bottom? En Vogue members have spoken out about the challenges they face with their contract and the financial difficulties that resulted. And then we're surprised that beautiful Dawn Robinson is sitting up in her car. So it obviously didn't go well. That's why it's a good thing to listen. But I have learned, and I'm not saying about them because I don't know the beautiful ladies. I hate this happen, but I'm not surprised. But I have learned sometimes when you try to tell our beautiful people just in the community, the ones that you know about things or some that don't know, they want to look at you like you crazy, or you just trying to start a problem, or you just, I'm not trying to start a problem. It's like I'm trying to help you. You just trying to start a problem, or you always running your, well, you always running your mouth. Yep, and you didn't listen, and your darn money went south. You always running your mouth. You think you know. Our people sometimes get defensive. We have got to learn life is it ain't no joke. It's like walking through a landmine sometimes. So the contract, that right there, that's a big part of it right now. Again, where are the royalties? Where are they? Where are the royalties? Where's the money at? This is nothing new. Angie Stone, where are the royalties? We know where she said the money's going. The contract. Where are the royalties going? If she had the royalties, if they had the right kind of contract, maybe she wouldn't be in a car today. Did you know they sold 20 million records worldwide? I just want to see how much they sold. 20 million records worldwide. And guess what? They were making 0.02 cents per album. They were allegedly making 0.02 cents per album. And see, here's the thing. Why does this happen? Sometimes we get caught up, which I understand, in the excitement of it all. Oh my, this is my dream. We get caught up in the excitement of it all. Sometimes, let's be realistic. We're not all the time taught about business. We're not. Contracts, business, they know that, and they can take advantage of us. There was a video that she did. She talked about while they made 0.2 cents an album, the producers made millions. The producers made millions. The producers made millions of dollars. Well, who's more valuable, the producer or the singer? Nobody come and see the producer. The producer not selling tickets and records, performances. The producers made millions. Let's try and listen to this. And this is her speaking with another interviewer.
Album again, we went in and recorded the second album under the terms of the first album. Wow. So I didn't start feeling really, really bad about that until on the second album. That's when Denzil Foster bought his own mansion. And when we got to it, he invited us over, the four of us. He invited us over. And Namdi, I looked at his, first of all, I looked at the neighborhood. You have a security guard at the gate.
So she's talking about after the second album. So this right here, they go to the producer's mansion. They go to his mansion, okay? I'm wondering if that's the mansion that he probably made off you guys. Unbelievable.
So that means you live in an exclusive neighborhood. Like nobody can just drive through to your house. You know, you have. And while we were driving down the street to his house, I'm looking at all these mansions. Oh my God! Wow! Look at this right here. This house has 8 pillars in front of it. This house has 6 pillars in front of it. Like he lived in a mansion. We got inside his house and he's showing us around, and he's got this staircase that you can go up either side. And
wow.
I was like, okay, so you have 9 bedrooms or 7 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms or something like that. It was a lot more bedrooms than normal. You know, in an apartment, typically you get 2 bedrooms, maybe 3. You got 7 or 9 bedrooms, and how much did you say this cost again? And he was like, oh yeah, it's $20 million mansion. He was bragging, and I was like, Dawn, don't say it. Dawn, do not say it. Dawn, be quiet. Don't say it. And I was like, oh, so this is what our money buy you.
Did you hear that? Yes, ma'am. And that's why it boggles my mind as a Black woman, whenever you try to stand up for yourself, and fight for yourself, and you're like, you know, like I said, me, things happen. I'm not going to sit up here and I'm going to let you have it, girlfriend, boyfriend. That's not going to even happen. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and handle it business-wise. It blows my mind when you have your own people, when they see you operate that way, they want to act like,
again, the wheels were turning.
They want to act like, oh, you causing a problem. Our people better wake the hell up. This is what Dr. Claude Anderson saying. Black labor, white wealth. Are you not freaking tired? But I've noticed this here. You try to tell our people some things in general, and boy, they want to look at you like you crazy. Keep on getting played like the Negro slave, because I don't play that game. Keep on getting played. I noticed that they'll make out like it's like, oh, you a Black woman, or you just a problem, or you just doing this, that, and the other. Oh, you always want to cause a problem. So used to laying down being a doormat. That's the freaking problem. And this right here, she was quick with it. How the producers made millions. Why? That contract. I believe it's predatory exploitative contracts. You think? And see, we're they want us to be so caught up in entertainment and the dancing and the shaking, we're forgetting about the business part of it. This is how this happens. This is how this happens.
Don't say it. And I was like, oh, so this is what our money bought you.
You heard what she's saying?
He was trying to clean it up by saying, oh, no. No, this was just, it was $8 million, foreclosure. It was a foreclosure. It was only.
It doesn't matter. He had the millions of dollars. But see, she was quick with it. We're not taught. Okay, and business-wise, we're going to go ahead and maybe get an attorney. See what that one says. Heck, try another one. One may have a different take on it. One may have a totally different take. But what I've noticed that when you try with the BC, Black people, my experience, they'll turn on you, so I just gotta leave them alone. Bye. I've learned that. And you don't know, having that kind of attitude, that's how they're able to go ahead and make money off of you. So the contract. Let's go ahead and look at the contract. Maybe have a different opinion. You can try 2 or 3 lawyers just to see. So what? It's business. Maybe if they had done that, beautiful Dawn Robinson would be in her car today.
It's like, oh yeah, it's $20 million mansion. He was bragging, and I was like, Dawn, don't say it. Dawn, do not say it. Dawn, be quiet. Don't say it. And I was like, oh, so this is what our money bought you. cleaned it up by saying, "Oh no, this was just it was $8 million, foreclosure. It was a
It don't
foreclosure.
matter.
It was only
Doesn't
8
matter.
million." I was like, "Only 8 million?" I was like, "Oh."
The producers made millions because they understood the contract. And I'm sorry to say, not that it's applicable to them, but I noticed in this, that's why people that handle business want to hang with the same kind. A friend of mine, something happened. I said, I can tell you what's going to go down with that. I said, yeah, I've seen this before, got a little experience in it. Exactly what I said happened. Exactly what I said happened. I said, here's what I think you should. I said, it's going to probably go. They're not going to want to pay. So, bop, 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 bop. Exactly what I said happened. And he's glad he listened. But you have some, see, popcorn knowledge, that's the problem. If you don't understand information, first of all, if you don't like listening, if all you like is a whole bunch of entertainment and singing and dancing and hey, that's how you understand, you're going to always be losing. Trust and believe. Because while we singing and dancing and hey, and my hair and my Gucci bag, my Prada shoes, while we doing all that and going to the concert and look at my Instagram and my IG, these folks sitting there plotting and planning on you. And then next thing you know, you think they're your friend because they smiling at you and don't look like you, so they already in. And okay, well, sign right here, and you, okay, getting played every day. You have no idea the wealth that they wouldn't have without some of us. Some of our people have no freaking idea. Popcorn knowledge. Well, who are you to tell me you don't? Okay, popcorn knowledge. So that, yeah, she realized it. Oh, so that, yes, ma'am, that mansion. So how is the producer? The producer's not the talent. The producer not living in the vehicle. With the producers making millions off of En Vogue, generational wealth right there. They understand business. Life is business. It's not some little game. I'm all hoping this prayer, everybody hope it gonna turn out all right. I don't go to be a top business person. Hell no, but I could tell you that, whoa. You signed with a new label. Wait a minute. What about the old contract? Let's pull it. What about the old contract? Let's pull it. Well, I don't have time for then you email the office, call and request it. I've done it. Where's the original contract? Oh, you can't find it? Are you sure you can? I'm going to go ahead and follow with an email and a letter about that original contract. You can't find it? Okay, so you've changed the terms, but you can't find the original contract. It's 10 years old. Doesn't even matter. Where's the original contract? Then you can't do this. Oh, yes, we can. Well, I need you to put in writing that you cannot find the original contract. Can you just put them in writing? I don't want to hear a whole bunch of yakety yak mouth. Talk to me in business. You can email me that you can't find the contract. Please confirm that, because I got news for you, sweetheart. I'm not a hoarder, but I hoard the paperwork and thing I'm signing. Here, I already have the contract from 10 years ago. Now, what were you saying you were going to charge me? I think it's a reversal. I think you owe me a check. Boom, and we're done. Oh, well, it's been, this 10 years ago. Check the archives. We can't find it. Okay, so as I understand, for this conversation, you cannot find the contract that was signed. It's in archives and you still can't locate it. But yet you're doing this right here because I want to see where you're allowed to do that in the contract. Where is that? You know what? I had my contract all along. I'm just one trying to see how you trying to go. When you start sending me paperwork is missing, I had my contract all along in my email, sweetie, at a PDF. I've been at that contract. Or they said, I'm gonna see what you're gonna do. And see, it's things like this here when they think it's black people. I'm sorry to say my experience. It makes me believe that's why they do what they do because they figure, no, we're gonna do whatever. When is my check being mailed? Thank you. Oh, it's been a pleasure. Have a great day. And think to myself, get this old raggedy thing off my phone trying to lie and scam me. But the some folk, oh, that's boring. You always talking about some business stuff. To my wait a minute, you busy. You always trying to read with the glasses on your head, but you busy. We got to get out of that. Again, I have a problem with that record company that they signed with. How did they not inquire about the previous contract? Did they not say, hey, you know what, let us see your previous contract? Why? So we can buy you out, and then you wouldn't have got sued. So now if you look at what is happening, the ladies are getting scammed off their royalties, then turn around sign with somebody else so you can make a buck to profit off of your talent, then you end up getting sued for that. So just screwed all the hell around, but somebody's sitting up here rich. The producers. That's the case. Put the producer on stage to see they're crafty at the paperwork. One more time before we close out.
This staircase that you can go up either side, and
so they're visiting his house.
Exclusive neighborhood, like nobody can just drive through.
Yeah, so they're discussing going to the producer's house. He want to show them, hey, look what I got. Thank you, ladies, off your talent. That's what I see it as. Who left with the money bag? The producers. What do they do that at? When it's us?
What was the mood like?
And she did this interview 4 years ago.
The second album, again, we went in and recorded the second album under the terms of the first album.
So getting screwed, it sounds like to me on the first album, getting ready to get screwed again. But here we go.
So I didn't start feeling really, really bad about that until on the second album. That's when Denzil Foster bought his own mansion. And when we got to it, he invited us over, the four of us. He invited us over. And Namdi, I looked at first of all, I looked at the neighborhood. You have a security guard at the gate. So that means you live in an exclusive neighborhood. Like, nobody can just drive through to your house. You know, and while we were driving down the street to his house, I'm looking at all these mansions. Oh my God. Wow, look at this right here. This house has 8 pillars in front of it. This house has 6 pillars in front of it. Like, he lived in a mansion.
Wow, so he lived in a mansion. You think he's out that mansion? He's probably still in it. He's probably still in the mansion to this day.
We got inside his house and he's showing us around, and he's got this staircase that you can go up either side. And I was like, okay, so you have 9 bedrooms or 7 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms or something like that. It was a lot more bedrooms than normal. You know, in an apartment, typically you get 2 bedrooms, maybe 3. You got 7 or 9 bedrooms. And how much did you say this cost again? And he was like, oh yeah, it's $20 million mansion. He was bragging. And I was like, Dawn, don't say it. Dawn, do not say it. Dawn, be quiet. Don't say it. And I was like, oh, so this is what our money bought you. And he was trying to clean it up by saying, oh, no. No, this was it was $8 million, foreclosure. It was a foreclosure.
And guess what? I Googled Denzil Foster, Denzil, Foster, Foster. Denzil Foster. Foster and McElroy. They're producers. That's a black man. That is a black man. Denzil Foster. That's a black man. So who put? I guess he learned game from the others. Just so you know. Google him, Denzil Foster. He is a black man. So they probably really had their guard down, thinking, "Oh, he got my back. He got my back." You think so? That's a black man. Denzil Foster, that's from what I found out, I just Googled on my phone, it is a black man. So even your own do you wrong. Hell, this sounds like a rewind of the New Edition, not all the work and no talent, not getting paid. We have to do business. And see, I think they'll learn from others, turn around and do the same thing to their own. Learn from the others and turn around and do the same thing to their own people. Denzil Foster, Denzil Foster. That's a black man. So the brother took y'all to his house. And she said, It clicked with her real quick.
How much did you say this cost again? And he was like, oh yes, $20 million mansion. He was bragging, and I was like, Dawn, don't say it. Dawn, do not say it. Dawn, be quiet. Don't say it. And I was like, oh, so this is what our money bought you.
This is your money, probably your royalties, and your talent. Denzil Foster, a black man. See, sometimes our people, they'll learn how other folks are doing us and turn around and do the same thing, but it'll come to in disguise. Oh, we're going to get this money together, you and me. That's what I'm going to look out for y'all. Sometimes our people try to run game like, look out for y'all. It doesn't matter. When it comes to that paper or contract, always have it analyzed. And then not only that, stop and think. Then knowing that they're not getting, I'm assuming not getting their just due, they sign with somebody else, gonna still hold your feet to the fire and sue you for signing with a whole another label, breach of contract. So, number one, a lot of us don't like information, okay? Don't like information, and I feel sorry for the ones that think that way. Number two, like popcorn knowledge, I want to hear in 3 minutes. So go ahead and go to school for 3 minutes, and we're going to see how well you're going to go ahead and do. We sitting up here, well, I got out the 3rd grade, okay? And then you wonder why. Well, this person over here talking about they got an education, they doing better than me. Well, hell, they learn more than you. Are you freaking kidding me? You like popcorn knowledge. We don't want to hear this kind of it. We just want to hear about, oh, she in her car and what is she going to do? And start singing some records tomorrow. Girls start doing that kind of stuff. It's more to it than that. So Denzil Foster is a black man. Oh, really? That's your producer. So guess what? Y'all, your talent obviously served him well, but not your own. So why did this happen? Number one, so our people don't like information. We like to do popcorn knowledge. Number two, we don't want to learn to discuss things, to process information, or listen to sometimes, especially if it's a female, somebody that looks like us. We don't want to do all of that. Number three, not business oriented. Okay, the ones before us, the same old thing. So we just keep on just trusting in each other. Number five, we don't have generational wealth. And guess what? All we're doing is making it for everybody else but us. So this right here, does it surprise me that she's homeless sitting in her vehicle? Not surprised at all, because I remember hearing about these before when Cindy had gotten a divorce from a football player, I believe. And I was like, what about the money? She should be, be doing well and all that. Where's the money at? So yeah. So if we want to continue on with popcorn knowledge, those folks can take advantage of it, and even your own. Again, Denzil Foster, if that is the producer, Denzil, Google him, Foster, that is a black man. So it's enough you're not making them, and stop and think that's perfect timing. I see her, I can see her thought process. Is that what their money brought him? Because you didn't have it before they met you. So the first album must have been a hell of a success. Now let's go ahead and get album number 2. And let me guess, they sound like they were getting screwed. I'm going to say this here about black women. Some black women, and I'm not saying this is applicable to them, but some black women are very male-oriented driven, and we don't want to listen to our sisters. Let me let you know something real quick. And I'm not saying that we can't pull them, but sometimes your sister might be the only darn ally you got. It might be a big mouth like me. And she always running her. It might be a big mouth like me. The only ally you got. But we don't want to hear about it because I don't like who she voted for or what she said, and then the other. We're doing some silly things to our detriment. It's got to stop. So yeah, this right here, her living in her vehicle is no surprise to me. Not a surprise at all. It's not. We have to understand life is business, dealing with anybody, whether somebody looks like you or not. But again, Denzil Foster, that's a black man. And then I heard some other, and I think the last one that she talked about was also a black dude, because I heard somebody say that she had the choice to, with Dawn Robinson, I remember seeing a video, she had a choice to do a solo career is what I heard. And it was between some other person, a company that was well known, and then they were saying another guy was a black man. And she's like, oh, she went with the brother, just trusting that brother. And yeah, obviously made the wrong decision. But it could have happened either way. The company could have said, hey, round 2. They could have saw, hey, they made a lot of money off her and vote. Let's go ahead and get a solo career, get her to sign some old exploitative, predatory contract, and we can do it again. This right here, it has to stop. It has to. So her living in a vehicle, Honey, I don't know if he try to raise some money. I'll try to do a donation to get you some studio time and just go on your own, darling. You got the voice to do it. Just go on your own. That's all I can suggest if the talent is still there. If you can try to do Shopify, do Shopify. Somebody come to you, I'm gonna make you a star. I'm gonna revamp your career. Where's the contract? And we're gonna need a sign-on bonus up first. If you don't have any money up first, well, it don't work that way. Then buy, because we're not gonna be sitting up. She's already in a vehicle. We're gonna need a sign-on bonus up first and a contract. Let a lawyer look at it, and guess what? You know how I think. That's nice. Okay, we're gonna let one more person look at it. YouTube, TikTok, Shopify. But this right here doesn't surprise me at all. It really doesn't. Anyway, the video went longer than usual, so I know for those with popcorn knowledge, I want to hear about all of that. But keep this in mind. This is one reason right here. One reason right here. And I'm out. They didn't receive adequate royalties for their work. Look how many people getting rich off of our folks. EnVogue was in the 90s? Decades later, Angie Stone saying the same darn thing. Anita Baker had a problem getting her masters. Chance the Rapper, the youngster was on it. Chance the Rapper jumped up in there. Boom, Anita got those masters. Black labor, white wealth. And in this case, if Denzil Foster being their producer, as I understand, black woman labor, black man's wealth. And I'm out.